Sports Minute, where we talk sports and things of all sorts. I'm your Harkey Session. My man, Gene.
Thanks for having me once again.
Absolutely. How's the week been going, man?
It's been going great. Just in the gym, working out, making sure guys are getting ready.
Okay, yeah. You know, guys got to stay ready,
yes,
man.
Sir.
For the overseas guys, man. Look, I'm thinking about having another exposure camp, or maybe just a clinic or a session to have some coaches kind of click in and see. It'll be an online stream, maybe in mid-December or late November. I have to see how the schedule looks, and I'll put that information out soon. But for you guys that are still trying to go overseas, we might have a couple of opportunities for you. So follow me on Facebook and just be looking out for information regarding that. Also, you know, our show that we do, you know, we try to have things unrehearsed. You know, we'll send out topics to one another. We just want to come and get a genuine discussion of what's going on, right? So, I'm gonna just quickly go over the week 6 matchup that I want to say. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan.
Okay.
I've been a Green Bay Packer fan since 1995, right?
Gotcha.
In the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm looking forward to this game today, man. Aaron Rodgers, you know, he doesn't have the weapon he used to have. You know, he's having to find creative ways to get the ball to his receivers.
Right.
You know, like last week against the Lions, throwing that switch route in order to get his guys open. Run game, they got Aaron Jones back from suspension for the past 3 weeks. You know, he's been at about 5.5 yards a carry to 6 yards a carry, which is some good yardage on the ground for Green Bay. So they got to find a way to be creative to mix it up against this San Francisco defense, right? In San Fran, I don't know what to say. You come in 1-4. You know, it should be an easy win for us. The only thing I'm worried about is George Kittle, their tight end.
Right.
This guy, you get the ball to him anywhere, he's good for about 17 yards on the ground after the catch. So we really have to, in our secondary, watch what's going on and have to, you know, get a hold on this guy, because if we don't find a way to stop this guy, it could be a long day for us.
Yep.
We don't want to give them their second victory of the season. So, Cheesehead Nation, Cheesehead fans, let's get ready for a good one. We're going into Lambeau. Hopefully we'll come out. They coming into Lambeau to fight us, to play us. Hopefully we'll come out with a victory. All right. Moving ahead. What's on your mind this week, man?
It's NBA time.
NBA time.
One of my favorite times of the year. I understand baseball's going on, football's going on, but this is the NBA. Probably the sport that's going to take over, I think, in terms of popularity, over football and baseball. So that's what is on my mind, just getting through this Jimmy Butler issues and things of that going on.
Jimmy Butler. We're going to touch on Jimmy in a minute. And let's go through some of these transactions that are going on in the NBA. Warriors cut house. Saw that happening.
I understand why. I've seen him in the gym over the summer. He's not ready yet. Not ready.
In terms of
skill set.
Skill set.
He's not really a knockdown shooter. He only goes one way. He doesn't go left hand efficiently enough.
Okay.
So he needs some more work, more development.
And guys in this position have to be ambidextrous in the NBA. I'm sorry.
You have to be able to shoot.
You have to be able to shoot.
And he's not a catch and shoot guy. He's more of a put on the floor, let me finish. But in the Warriors offense, they don't need him to do that.
I was going to say, especially in that system.
No.
It's a team full of shooters. Everything is geared around getting shooters open. Right? And if the point guard in that system a lot of times plays off the ball.
Absolutely.
You know, you see Curry, he'll dish off and he's running through screens, he's coming back around. If you're coming in and you're playing that role for Curry, giving them about 5 minutes, 10 minutes a game, you know, as a breather, you got to be able to fill it in so they don't lose, you know, any momentum going against a Philadelphia, or going against a Oklahoma City, you know. So that's very important. So I see why he got cut as well.
I do see why.
Warriors waive, you know, Deontay Davis. You know, Warriors doing a lot of cutting and waiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be an elite guy, role playing guy.
If you're not a high level defender and you can't shoot the basketball, they're gonna move on.
Right, and if you are, like you said, you are a high level defender, if you're trying to make that Warriors roster, you have to know how to shoot the ball.
Absolutely.
It's imperative that you know how to shoot the ball. Pelicans cut Brandon McCoy.
I
understand that as well. We don't have to go into that. Philly, they signed Corey Jefferson.
I think that's going to be a two-way deal.
Oh, yeah, why you say that?
I think Philly's roster is pretty well set in terms of what the rotation and what they're trying to get accomplished. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be a two-way deal.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. All right, Nuggets cut Sloan. Rockets in Tim Bond. Who is Tim Bond?
I don't know anything about Tim Bond. I'm going to say that's going to be a two-way deal. Rockets are a veteran group, so I think their roster is pretty much set. He's probably going to spend some time in the G League.
Yeah, And that's what I was going to say. Moving on. Okay, so the one thing on this transaction list that we have,
Yep.
I want to discuss for a minute, is the Heat agreeing to a 3-year rookie extension
Yes, sir.
on Justice Winslow.
Yes,
3-year, $39 million. Is Justice worth that kind of money right now at this point in his career?
In comparison with the other rookies in 2015 that have got their extensions,
Mhm.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
3 year, 39, 13 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to put him at 25. For what he does in that system, I
As
would
an
say
elite,
yes.
as an elite defender
Yes.
at this point in
I
his
would say
early
yes.
career,
I would
yeah.
say yes.
I saw Pat Riley giving him this deal as a way to say, okay, we have faith in you.
Yep.
We're going to give you a little more money
Yep.
because we want to see you develop and
Right.
we want to keep you around because we
Right.
like you.
Right.
Right? Justice, no problem. I think Justice is a good kid.
Great
You know,
kid.
I don't know about his work ethic in the gym. You've been around him more in
I've
the
seen
gym.
him in the gym. He has the work ethic, but for me, it's what they're having him work on and the way they're having him work on. I don't think it's improving his jump shot, which is key for him to take that next level.
The one thing I noticed about Justice is when he was playing in the under-17 European Championship,
Yep.
I had a chance to go around with the team with Coach Don Showalter and everything, and actually participate on the coaching side
Right.
in Lithuania. And he had a lot of leadership attributes that I noticed.
He does.
You know, he was a motivator.
Yep.
He always had a good head
He's
on
a
his
point guard.
shoulders. He's a point guard
Yep.
in a wingman's
absolutely.
body. You know, so I saw a lot of upsides. I see this kid kind of progressing through his career, being that part of a squad.
Yeah,
Right.
like a Draymond Green.
Like a Draymond
Yeah.
Green without the,
Antics.
the BS antics,
Yeah.
the fake stuff. And
Yeah.
Justice is a Houston guy, so I doubt
Yeah.
if it's fake. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
No,
you know,
he's real.
real.
He's a great pro. Like I said, he plays a point guard. He is a point guard.
Right.
He does everything else well. He just got to work on his shooting.
Uh-huh.
He's a playmaker. He's the defender.
Right.
The next level is the shooting. Catch and shoot, spot shoot,
Mhm.
off the dribble shoot. He's not there yet.
He's not there
He's
yet.
not there.
Yeah.
More development.
More development.
Yep.
All right. Moving forward, Lakers projected finish this year.
I'm gonna say 6, 7, 8, but I'm gonna lean towards the 6.
Oh, you got to narrow it down. You
Yeah,
can't
I'm
say
gonna-
6, 7, 8.
6. I'm gonna say
It's like
6.
me saying, hey,
Yeah.
doctor telling me, take this and you'll feel better
Yeah.
in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
days. You know, you got to give me a
Definitive 6 seed.
6 seed.
6 seed. I see him going to 6 seed.
6.
About 45, 48 games.
Okay.
In
45,
between. That's because in the West, you got to remember it's going to take about 48 to get in the playoffs.
Right, and depending on how the
Yeah.
West is
Yeah,
this year,
absolutely.
you know, that 46, 48 games,
Yeah.
you may have needed that last year to make
Right.
a 7 or 8 seed.
Right.
But this year, you might need. I mean, look at all these. Look at this teams are stacked. Look at Oklahoma City. Look at Houston.
Denver.
Look at Denver.
Utah.
Look at Utah. I mean, come on. There's a lot of teams
teams.
that are highly competitive
Right.
in the West. So to say, I say they're going to be fighting for
The
a
8 seed.
7 seed.
7 seed?
I see them easily not being an 8 seed.
You don't like the
7.
roster? Is
I
that what it
actually
is?
like the roster a
Yeah.
lot. I just don't know about LeBron James and these guys development. These guys are young
Yeah.
pros, and the other teams that LeBron were a part of, when he went to when he was first in Cleveland,
Yeah.
the guys that were there, the older guys that were there, like your Carlos Boozer and those
Right.
guys, you know, they weren't
Veteran
real
guys.
leaders. They're
Yeah.
veteran guys,
Yeah.
they weren't team
One leader,
leaders.
yeah.
You know, so he had a chance to develop into a leader,
Yeah.
but kind of taking the back seat
Right.
in a sense, in the leadership role to some of those veteran guys.
Yeah.
Ever since he's become a veteran and a leader on the team, I haven't seen much development from young guys playing with him.
He's stunning their growth. I
Exactly.
agree with that 100%.
You know, so like in Miami,
Yeah.
you know, Norris Cole,
Yeah.
he played well with him.
Yeah.
But I think that was a system thing. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. He
LeBron
struggled
was
to
new
stay in the
to the. He was a Norris Cole was a rookie when
Struggled
LeBron's
to
first
stay
year.
in the league since
Right.
then.
Struggled to stay in the league
Yes.
since then.
Yes.
So look at a lot of guys that have played around.
Yeah.
Have they really developed?
No, that's not what he does. And I thought initially when he went there, I was a little hesitant. And I know what Magic's doing, but I thought that he should have just let his guys develop.
Right.
Let them get better. You don't need to bring in that piece because what happens is you just can't bring in LeBron.
Right.
You got to bring in another veteran, and then another veteran, and then another veteran.
But that's what they do
Yeah.
with Rondo. I
Yep.
think. But Rondo, I don't know if he, like we talked about this,
Yeah.
he's not that motivational type of veteran, I think, especially with a guy like Ball, who he's competing for minutes with.
I know what
Right.
Magic is doing. He's trying to do the. You know when Magic came in, he had Norm Nixon.
Yeah.
I get it,
Yeah.
but no,
The
Magic.
only issue I have
Yeah.
that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Okay, LeBron's in a Laker uniform.
Yeah.
I'm a Laker fan.
Right.
It's my second team.
Yep.
I'm a spring a Laker fan. The only issue I have is I don't want to see Luke Walton ousted.
It's possible. That's not
It's
Magic
possible.
guy.
That's not Magic's
Yeah,
guy,
right.
but he's a Laker guy.
Right.
He's a good coach
Right.
who's still developing as an NBA
Absolutely.
head coach.
Everybody has to develop.
Right. And coaches don't develop well with LeBron.
No, they do not.
Unless you're an understudy of Pat Riley,
That's true.
which your
man.
exposure was.
That's true.
So you're looking at this dynamic, and this is not a knock on LeBron. I know his fans are going
Yeah.
crazy right now, but I'm talking about the development of pieces
Right.
around him right now.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that with the Laker organization.
I agree.
And I think I have a justification to worry because given the history, guys haven't developed well around him. So, and even coaches. So, I don't know. You know, it's a toss-up to me. We'll see, but I'm giving them about 7, maybe 6 seed.
So I'm going 6. I'm going 6.
You'll go 6.
I'm going
Okay,
6.
you'll go 6. You had 6.
Yeah.
How do you think the start to the NBA season is going to go? We got about a week away, right?
Yeah. Next the 16th.
Yeah,
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, a couple days actually. Okay.
I think it's going to go as expected. I mean, Golden State, barring any catastrophic injury, will win the title again. It's not even going to be close because you add a piece like Boogie Cousins. He's very skilled,
Yeah.
right? And people are saying, well, the Achilles injury, this, that, and the other. You got to remember something. He's not an athletic guy.
It's not.
So that really injury is not going to be as detrimental as you think because he's really all skill. So when you add that to what you already have, and if he's healthy, they're going to be impossible.
Really skilled guys
Yeah.
come back well from devastating injuries.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You saw it with Paul George.
Yep.
That injury, his entire leg was broken.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of explosion. I talked to him.
Right.
He did lose
He
a
lost
little
his
explosion.
explosion.
But he's still so
But he's
skilled.
still so skilled and
Right.
silky smooth.
Yep.
He's able to score
Yep.
in a myriad of ways.
Yep.
Right. Gordon, I'm not sure he's going to be able to come back and do that because he plays so physical.
He's
he
not a
plays so
skilled.
athletic.
Yeah, he's not a skilled
Right.
guy.
So Boogie, I see him. You know, he's a big man who can shoot,
Right.
can handle the
Dribble,
ball.
pass.
You know, he has
Yep.
good footwork.
Yep.
I see him as a guy who will easily get past his Achilles injury. And quite honestly, he can come back whenever he's ready. He
Absolutely.
doesn't have to come back this week.
No,
You know, he can come back.
he's
full
actually ahead of
strength.
schedule. He's
Right.
been playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3,
Mhm.
looking pretty solid, man. The first thing I had to get over, obviously, is the mentor.
Right.
But the good thing is he's around.
I don't think he has mental illness.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
either.
think he's fine.
I think,
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
so.
fine.
But maybe just, you think you can plan here, you can't. That kind of mental
Yeah.
hurdle, maybe. But when you're around 4 other All-Stars, you don't really got to do much. So I
Right.
think it's going to just be a seamless transition. I'll be honest with you. I don't see them losing in a 4-game series. But
Oh no. Oh, no.
I don't see it. People talking about Boston, this, that, and the other. I just don't see it.
I don't see
You don't have a matchup for Cousins. You already can't match up with Kevin Durant. So now you got another matchup you can't match up with. Al Horford, it's not enough.
Oh no.
Not
Kill
enough.
Al.
Not
Sorry,
enough.
Sorry, Al. I mean, it just is what it is.
Love you, Al, but not enough.
It is what it is.
No.
Moving forward.
Yep.
Another thing I want to touch on.
Yep.
I am so excited to see this OKC team play. Russell Westbrook
He's
is
out.
one of my favorite
Yep.
players
Right.
in the NBA.
Right.
Why? Because of his tenacity, because of his heart.
Yep.
He has that dog in him,
Oh, he
like
has
a
a
Kobe
great
Bryant or a
energy.
Michael Jordan.
He is a dog.
You know, he has that old school dog in him.
I'm with you.
And I cannot wait to see how this team plays. I actually hope they give us Western Conference Finals matchup against Golden State.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the best basketball we've seen in a while, if we can get that matchup.
If we can, they're going to start off. I think Westbrook is he's going to miss the first couple of weeks of the
Right,
season.
yeah.
Robertson's still out. He got a setback. That hurts.
That hurts because they got to get some footing out the gate
Yep.
in the West.
That's going to hurt.
If you come back and you lose, what? How he's out? What? How many weeks?
Right now
2 or
they're
3
saying the
weeks?
first 2 weeks.
Yeah, so that's about what 7 NBA games.
Yeah, 8 to 10.
Yeah. So if you're out and you miss, and you're at or below 500.
Yeah. In
you're
the
already
West.
at a loss in the West.
Yeah, it's
So
tough.
the East is a different story. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But hopefully they can gain momentum when those guys get back, and hopefully the reserves can keep it together while he's out.
They got Paul George.
They have Paul
So
George.
they're going to keep him involved.
Right. He had Paul George.
Absolutely.
That's all he needs. And he got Dennis Schroeder.
Yep.
Yeah. We're good.
Adams, they're
We're
good.
We're
They should be
We're good.
fine.
They should be fine. Okay. So, big talk.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. His interview with Rachel Nichols. What you got to say about that?
I like Jimmy as a basketball player.
I like him as a person too.
Yeah, he is a dog.
He's a dog.
But I think he's a little bit ahead of himself on this one.
Yeah.
It's about money.
It's about me.
He's just not saying it in broaden the words, but it's really about money. He wants to feel wanted and respected. And they signed Karl-Anthony Towns to a $150 million deal, or 5-year, 190, and then Wiggins got 150, 4-year, 150 around there. Butler, they tried to extend him to 3-year, 100, and he's saying basically they don't play as hard as me, and I affect winning basketball games. And the numbers don't lie, because when he was playing, they're 47 and 22. Without him, they're 13 and 16. So that tells you something. So he's basically saying you're gonna pay them guys, you need to pay me every day.
Whose fault is that?
Management.
But who's the GM and the head coach?
Thibodeau.
He and Thibodeau have a relationship.
Yes.
That goes way back to
Chicago, 2011.
Year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, what's the state of the situation in Minnesota right now?
Its management is not very good. Management is saying one thing, the ownership is saying another. And according to Jimmy, he doesn't have any issues with his teammates outside of the fact that he wants Karl and Wiggins to kind of step up their level of play. But he said mostly
level of work ethic.
Yeah, work ethic. Yeah. Mostly what he said was it's management because of the constant dishonesty of the communication factor. And like I always tell people in the NBA, men and women lie, NBA executives lie.
Yes. Yes. Everyone lies.
Everyone
Basketball personnel lies. As a player, I was lied to so many times.
So you have to prepare for that. There's nothing you can do about that. But Jimmy is kind of sensitive on that front in terms of what management has told him and what they're actually doing.
Right.
But he's an action type of person. But he has to understand it's a business.
But when we say management told him that's Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau.
I blame all of what's going on in Minnesota right now on Tom Thibodeau.
Can't have both jobs.
You should have the type of relationship. No, you can.
Yeah.
Certain guys can.
It's only one.
Only one.
That's all I know.
Right. So you can't have a situation where you've been knowing this player.
Right.
You bring him there
Yep.
because you know him and you trust him as a leader.
Yep.
And as a skilled top-level NBA player.
Yep.
And not be fully open and honest with him from the game.
Right.
I think that's where Thibodeau's dropping the ball. You should have pulled Jimmy Butler over last year and said, this is where we are.
Yep.
This is where the president is at.
Yep.
This is where the team owner is. This is what we can offer you next year. I want you here. You're our team leader, but this is all we can offer you.
I don't think they did that. Also,
No.
I think after the playoffs, Jimmy communicated to him that he wanted out. And Tibbs,
Maybe he saw the writing on the
Yeah,
wall.
yes, he did. And Tibbs didn't want to do the deal. So he was trying to hold it off, said maybe we can work this out. And then it all came to a head right before the season. I think it was a power play by Jimmy. It's a great move. Because now he has more of the leverage. He can kind of pretty much go anywhere because now he's causing a problem. And according to Karl-Anthony Towns, the vibe around the team is not right now.
Right.
So ownership and management has to do something about that. So it was a great move by Jimmy.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yep.
What do you know about Wiggins' personality?
It's lackluster, not very aggressive. And it's just like playing football. You play football. You have to have that aggressive mentality, and he doesn't have that. He's kind of a laid-back kind of guy. He got his money, so now he's really gonna be
Really laid back. I'm wondering if he's even going to work hard anymore. At this
I
point.
would
Maybe
doubt
he's a
it.
Stevie Francis.
Yeah, I think he's got his money. Contracts are guaranteed, so I don't see him going up another level unless they keep Jimmy. Unless they keep Jimmy. But I don't think they're going to keep Jimmy.
We'll see how it plays out in Minnesota. One last thing I want to touch on. I have a bet going with some guys at work about Kevin Love
Okay.
this year. I think Kevin Love returns back to the 2010 guy.
I can see that.
You can see that.
I can see that.
I think with the pieces around him,
Yep.
I think Kevin Love is going to show us. I think he's going to prove the point that I've been saying that LBJ doesn't make guys better. And I'm going to leave on that note.
Yeah.
That's what I want to leave y'all with. He doesn't make guys
We'll
better.
touch
That's
back
the
in
bottom
about
line.
25
Right?
games.
Because people say Kobe didn't make guys better.
Right.
Well, let me just run down what happened with some of Kobe's guys before he left, right? And I'm making a comparison here.
Yeah.
All right. So, how much did you hear about guys like Shannon Brown after they played with Kobe? Absolutely. Shannon go back to the league or something? After
He's still in the G.
Still in the G.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Paul Gasol. Yeah, he was an older guy,
Older
but
guy.
prior to Kobe, didn't win anything.
Nope.
Was a really good big man in the league,
Right.
but wasn't elite.
Now, yep.
With Kobe, elite.
High
All-star,
level.
endorsements, high level,
Yep.
championships. After Kobe, he
Nothing.
goes to San Antonio,
Yep.
he's a role player. He goes to Chicago as a role player. Right. So, all right, move on. Trevor Ariza. Before Kobe,
Before Kobe, nothing.
what'd you know about Trevor Ariza?
I did.
Trevor Ariza became a figurehead in the NBA,
Yep.
playing alongside Kobe Bryant
Yes.
as a defender
Yep.
and as
Big
a
shot maker.
Big shot maker
Makes plays.
Makes
I'm
plays. Right.
on both ends of the floor.
with the Lakers,
Yes.
playing with Kobe Bryant.
Got a chip.
You got a chip.
Yep.
Right. Last thing I want to touch on.
Okay.
Lamar Odom was a crackhead. After Kobe.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom
Yeah.
was a crackhead after Kobe. Bottom line.
Yep.
Perennial all-star with Kobe.
Yep.
Championships. 6th man of the year. After Kobe,
Nothing.
he's doing dope in brothels. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to the
Yes,
Session
sir.
Sports Minute. Where we talk sports and things of all sorts. We'll be back
Off
next
the
week.
cuff.
Off the cuff, man. G.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the show. Yeah.
Off the cuff.
Oh, the broadcast failed. What happened?